Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the Rising Star League second qualifier. 350 pounds are on the line in the entire league in the qualifier 100, but this is the final qualifier. Only 8 will make it through. And I've got Rock Generation with me today as well, helping to cast. In the blue color, this is Reaper playing as Colony.
And over here in the red corner, we've got Diversity 1 Savior playing as Arbiter.
Very nice, Rock. So I would recommend absolutely everybody watching this live or later to go and follow/subscribe to Rock. Obviously, you're one of the top players. You're casting. You're doing show matches. So, you know, should be right up everybody's alley.
Yeah, thanks. I have a few on my channel. If you guys want to see some top player show matches, I cast them on my channel. So,
as for this match, what would be the first thing you're thinking in terms of how this plays out?
well,
The matchup.
I think the Colony pick is good in the Arbiter here. So I think we talked about that before too. I think that's a good pick here. It's gonna be rough, you know. Arbiter Rift meta, it's pretty in meta now, so hard to have answers here. I think we'll probably see a minimal Tech 1, maybe like a little bit of some skit play, but it's gonna be rough. We're not seeing a double gen from Reaper yet, so maybe he's gonna go a little bit heavier Tech 1 here.
Yeah, so with that in mind, why is Arbiter meta? You typically see some Phantoms, some defensive tier 2 play, which you can combine with a little bit of poking. You usually don't do all-out aggression with him, but a little bit of poking and just hiding under your shields with Phantoms, popping units into the Phantoms, waiting for them to get their veterancy. Every now and then you should check their veterancy, and then once it's high, you basically get to move out.
Yeah, and I think the map, it's just kind of defensive in nature. That Expo is so natural and so close to your main.
Yeah, reinforcement distances are great. In terms of defensive play, the third base is a little bit further away, which usually leads to people grabbing them later or trying to do it in a sneaky fashion, masking it with some aggression, but
yeah, that's
usually
usually I think,
stabilizes.
the goal. That's usually the goal, I think, to try to beat this, is you try to suffocate that third base out and keep them 4 base to 2 to try to overcome this defensive nature of this map sometimes. And it looks like double gen from both players now, so they're more or less just going Tech 2, I think, with just some grunt play, grabbing the nodes. Usual typical Rift behavior, I think. 2 upgraded pads for Reaper. Yeah, so Savior will beat him to Tech 2 just a little bit.
Certainly helps that he has the earlier power node and already working on the second one.
Yeah,
Nice
those elite
little
grunts are just so of that. It's so hard with the monkey grunts. They're just so disobedient on taking the node sometimes.
Yeah, it's a very good idea to start taking nodes with the brute grunts to just immediately send one grunt in to start capturing, and then the rest of them can just fire.
Yeah, if you start shooting, you can't even begin to capture it until all of them are dead. So that's a good decision to make right before you even start the engagement.
Ideally, it wouldn't be bugged, but it is, so.
Yeah,
Gotta
the
do what you
elite
gotta
grunts
do.
actually do it. The elite grunts do it too, actually. If you ever get their upgrade where they get the extra squad, they'll become like the brute grunts, so they get broken too. So it's something with like the grunts in the squad, the type or something breaking it.
And I recall it wasn't always like that, so something broke it.
Yeah, Savior is now Tech 2. I think we're just going to see probably a Ranger spam. Weird Expo from Reaper he just grabbed all the way on Savior's side. That is pretty brazen. That's going to be hard to defend, I think. Yeah, he's got the double garrison there he can maybe fortify with, but that's so far out. That's hard. That's crazy.
This is the sneaky business that we were talking about, but there's an elite grunt nearby. If that gets moved up to do a scout, I mean, this is very easily spotted and very easily punished on 4th point in particular. It's
right
a little
by
bit
that
further
node as
out.
well.
We got 2.5 minutes.
I can't believe he hasn't spotted it. He has so many units right around it. The node walking by, he just hasn't quite seen it though. You think we'll see Goliath drop from Reaper, or do you think we'll see Brand?
I'd be very surprised if we don't see Goliath drop. It's what everyone does, right? But do you think in this
Yeah.
matchup justify Brand over that?
I think just because everyone went Tech 2 and like Rift, Brand might have more long-term value, but Goliaths are good just to kind of all game continuously trickle in on the side and to take nodes with even. So it's not bad. Yeah, there's a case for either one, I think. And he was on that mini base, so it may have been helpful there, but you know, there's grunts there and Rangers, maybe it's good he didn't drop it. Xavier has his X-Bow, but he hasn't built on it.
Rock versus Reaper is memeing.
What is he doing?
Skit reverse.
That is meta. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, sorry. I mean, against Phantoms, yeah, it is.
Actually, he's already buying a Phantom, so it's actually going to be a good play. It's so funny. These things are so good. There's Reavers even versus normal infantry. They have like such high torque and agility. They're actually really good. Like these skits on them just are shredding these grunts. You can see it's so hard to engage it. Even if you have a hunter, you have to really tenaciously chase them down. The Reavers are just so mobile. And that base got up from Reaper. I mean, it's upgraded. Xavier has no idea. He's barely getting built on his own base right now. This meme is actually working.
That's the best kind of memes.
This would be a disappointing return for Xavier to die to Skit Reaver. Just an old man returning to the meta, losing to this.
He's just gonna rage quit and never come back.
Yeah.
Dude, it's all Reaper's fault. Oh, the engineer is dead.
This is why Colony can do good in the Arbiter, though. The Skit Reaver are just uniquely so powerful versus those Phantoms. They really punch hard. Yeah, and there's the Goliath drops. We're seeing it now.
Man, I would have expected a traditional tier 2. Actually, the Goliaths are taking a lot of damage from the elites there, so gotta be a little careful with that. But we've got a heal, of course.
Form. He needs to focus the base with them, I think. He's using them to fight the army, but maybe the Skit Reavers could be doing that, but... Yeah, those things are to knock out the Phantoms so easily. I'm surprised Xavier went Phantom 3rd. That's pretty early. I think it's hard to support that early air of any kind. Like we don't usually even see Banshees or Hornets or anything at 6 minutes. It's too hard logistically to support that, I think, early on. Oh my gosh, the Hunters are dying to Skit Reaver. This is just hilarious. Poor Xavier. He still doesn't know about that base over there.
Engineers or anything. Yeah, he's just now gotten his 4th point, so if he knew about the base, which he doesn't, right? He's looking at it, he's sending a unit now. Okay, now. There's the potential. Is he dropping in the elites? He's got the money for it. No. Maybe he picked... Oh my god, maybe he picked a different leader power. Because he picked that before.
He already went Phantom, so I think Enforcer drop would be kind of hard, because then he would only have one way. He'd only have Ponder at 1 still. He could do it maybe, but maybe he saw the base was so big already, he didn't want to risk it.
Because here's what I'm thinking. If you're going up against Skit Reaver, there's no mobility for those guys, right? So why not try to bully the main while the Skit Reavers are here?
Yeah. I think it's just not Xavier's style. I think he plays tight and contained here. I think he's just his brain's being blown apart. He's surprised these things are giving him so much trouble. I think the Hunters were actually underperforming there, and they were dying. So I think he's trying to get his head around this, and he's overbuying Hunter now. I think he's decided just to stop buying Phantom for now. I think he realizes that's not in the cards with this play. So I think he's just trying to get some upgrades, just trying to get online. I think he's more than happy to take this into late game too. So he's patient here. There's no rush to him. The Reavers aren't like an immediate threat that are going to push him in or something. So he's gonna take his time here. There's no urgency, I think. But he does know that base is over there, and that will eventually suffocate him out. So he probably should do something eventually. He just kind of let that base get on the side really free and early.
And his own one got spotted, so that's at risk now as well, sort of. He's sending out the Hunters. There's gonna be a reinforcements upgrade of all things. Not a hero, not anything else. He wants to make a bigger army. And I think classic Xavier style would be just to keep upgrading this tier 2 army and gradually get to late game. He's not ever rushing Wraiths or anything like that. I've never seen him play like that.
He sent the Hunters over, but Reaper has Goliath drop back, so even if the Reavers had to run, he could just drop in Goliath drop, and there's nothing to fight those. And he's gonna lose all the Reavers, actually. Wow.
No jump. No jump at all. They're all dead. Oh.
Wow, he actually used the brand. That seemed like overkill.
That'll
Surprised
do
he
it.
used that. He actually had Goliath drop. He could have used that. There's no Rangers here or anything.
Wait, so that was his 5th point?
He probably grabbed it 4th, right? Just Goliath drop, then Brand.
All right.
I guess no teleport or anything. He does have Pack Road Run, which is an interesting buy here. Maybe he's just really scared of Phantom play.
So I
think
guess we're
Dev Host would
saving
be
up
good.
for Devastating Host eventually, but not just
Yeah.
yet.
Maybe Combat Repair.
Oh, the mines. Good detonation
This is
there.
a tough situation. When Arbiter just kind of sits there, I think a lot of players just, what now? I think they don't know what to do now sometimes. So it may just be not really knowing how to close here or how to progress with this. It's a tough situation.
Nice plasma bolt in the middle of the grunts. Wasn't the
Yeah,
best of
Conduit
hits,
2
but
goes-
you know, just a
Activate the
conduit.
Conduit 2, gives him that 30% damage buff. Gonna help him clean up this fight. He has the cloak and everything too, so he can't even see half the units over here.
30% is such a big number. It's kind of crazy,
Yeah, it's
actually.
crazy at level 2 already. Yeah, and like level 3 it's 45, and it gets crazy so fast. Basically, you have level 3 infantry already if you just drop that in for a few seconds, so it's crazy.
Well, Savior is ready to go tier 3 if he so chooses. Level 2 infantry coming in, level 1 air coming in, and he's skewing like 4 phantoms. So never mind, no tier 3 just yet. As I was saying, he plays out that tier 2 as much as he can. Milks it, even.
I think he was expecting to go into the long game here, but Reaper's not really buying much. His forces are really small. He lost a lot. Savior could probably just push and close right now. It's 30 pop to 100, and I'm sure there's a lot of upgrades and conduit with that. And Reaper's just on Wraith now, and that Wraith will probably just die to like 100 Phantom or any of these hunters here.
More Reavers. More skits.
Did he get the skid upgrade? Have you seen that? I didn't even pay attention if he got that upgrade. That one's really good.
Yeah, let's watch now. Those focus beams are just shooting harder, basically.
Yeah, it's like, I can't remember. It's like 80% or almost double the damage of the skid. It's a really good upgrade to get always. Oh yeah, he does have the upgrade, so it's really good. This shreds the infantry.
You can tell by the super intense visual effects.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're kind of just cute before, but now it's like the size of a locust beam.
I remember at launch, Colony got delayed or something because I think those were shooting across the map or something. Maybe you know about that. That's what they said.
There were a lot of really ugly bugs. You just need to spend a lot of time making RTS games because they can
Yeah.
break in so many ways.
Yeah, I think we have a lot of new players now. I think most people don't know your history a lot. They don't know your former dev a lot sometimes. They just think you're someone casting for the game, but
Yeah,
I used
yeah.
to work on this game.
I mean, it's really fun to still be around after all this time, see how things change.
Yeah, all the Reapers got wiped. The race got obliterated. He's like 20 pop now.
That's brutal. Just shows the power of Conduit of Rage as well as generally just Phantoms being this good.
Yeah, Colony has some good powers. You know, he siphons, he's got combat repair, he's got the skids, engineer's worm, but Arbiter just punches so hard, he doesn't really care that much, so he can just blow through all this extra health and healing most of the time.
And even missing a leader power like that, you still get a benefit out of it. That's such a huge
Yeah.
deal. Other leaders
that-
would just be, well, I just wasted my money. Arbiter is like, haha, I'm still going.
Yeah, using the leader power is usually all about the buff and not even the leader power. Most of the time, you just spam mines and everything just to get the buff.
Dude,
Yeah,
he's
100
got
captains coming
all
in.
power nodes.
Very weak, though. Yeah, all 5 power nodes. He's got like 4k blue, 3k blue now. Yeah.
Dude,
I'm surprised
all
he's
day.
playing so. Yeah, he's like walking back. So he's hesitating a lot. I think he's more scared than he should be right now. He does not want to make a mistake here. He wants to make sure he dots his I's, crosses his T's.
You know, I think this is actually stylistic. Like, I don't actually think he's scared. This is just Savior being Savior.
Yeah, maybe.
Which is
This is
weird
one of
to
those
say
situations
because
though where you totally could just go in.
it sure
There's
looks like
nothing
he's
to do
scared.
here. Especially after winning huge fights like that. Like I would imagine you just at least poke and see. And if there's anything too scary, you can maybe just walk away. But he's not even like checking. He's just winning a fight and he's still waiting. He wants everything. He wants every power and every upgrade.
You know, before the game, he was asking if Reaper wants no rush 20 minutes. He's actually serious. He wants that. He's Arbiter.
Yeah. How many gens do they have? Let's see. We have 4 for Savior. How many does Reaper have? 4 now, it looks like.
Uh-oh. Gunboat capacity is coming in also. Makes you need a little bit fewer Phantoms. You still want to have some extra, because the units dropping out don't necessarily die.
It's funny that Reaper was spamming Reavers so much earlier, but now there's a lot of Phantoms and he's not doing it as much now. When it really would be the play now. Because he only has 4 now, he had so many earlier.
Making them again now, but floating a lot of resources, not very high in population, so you're definitely right that he should put some more effort into that. In particular, no population upgrade for him is very problematic. Going up against 120 pop will be painful, and he certainly can't afford anything like the big drop, which costs like 850 power, if I recall correctly. That would be very useful right now with the Vet
might
Reaver.
be like 980 actually. It's really expensive.
Oh, 980, sorry.
I can't remember. It's something like that. Yeah, you're close though. Do you know if he has vehicle upgrades?
Sorry, the what?
Do you know if he has the vehicle upgrades on these Reavers or anything?
I didn't notice any, but he's getting evaporated.
Yeah, he got.
So I'm not sure it matters.
It'd be nice if you click on the unit and tell, like, if it has level 1 or level 2 on it.
Oh, actually,
yeah,
fun fact. Here's a dev thing. In the early days, that existed.
Dang.
And then the UI got remade, and it got worse.
That's because, like, when you click on them, you can see if they have the Y ability upgrade or not, and I really like that. I wish I could just know if my opponent had level 2 infantry or something.
You literally just have to put a number next to them. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Because that's what's hidden in these show matches sometimes. One army is kind of outperforming another, and sometimes it's just because, like, they got level 2 really fast or something, but you don't see that as easily.
Yeah, it would be also great if this production bar that I just opened with the back menu, if that was always visible. Then we just know what's going on as it's going. We don't necessarily have to talk about it because everyone can see for themselves.
Yeah, that'd be a good casting tool, just to have those upgrades there all the time. Yeah, I don't know what Reaper can do now. It's 120 pop. He's got 6k. It's just, there's not even anything hardly to buy now, but the unit's probably got Veterancy 1 or Veterancy 2 in there now. And he has his conduit powers, like level 3 probably now, so. Savior's not going to keep going with that momentum. He's gonna back up.
I guess he could loop around, hit the mini bases maybe. That's always an easy thing to go for. And then, 18 minutes, you probably have teleport at this point. The RB is getting upgrades at the moment. He just got his Conduit Incarnate. No doubt soon the third upgrade as well. He's a good addition to the army for sure. Very hard to kill.
I may be like the laziest player ever. I never buy him just because I hate microing it. It always messes up my Phantom micro, so.
Oh, right.
I usually try to get the upgrades too, just because the hero's expensive. I think 1,000 power, so.
Yes.
But he is really good. He's almost impossible to kill. He just can do hit and runs and straight on take on things. So it's very annoying. When people use it against me, it is annoying. So definitely worth buying a lot of the time. I'm just a lazy player.
The amount of times I've seen this guy going in someone's main and just taking out generators randomly.
Yeah,
is
with that
insane.
Drop, just crazy. You can strip half the base. Even with like 4 turrets, they're ready too. He'll tank everything, and the Force Drop will just strip the base clean. It's so gnarly.
Although it's better against UNSC because Banish at least has cloaking, which Reaper has right now. So chilling under this might be a play.
The shield gives you a second just to respond to it too, because he just comes out of the dark sometimes, and if you're UNSC base, that's it. He's on it and he's hitting it right away.
Oh yeah, UNSC, you have to be there.
Yeah.
Another base for Savior. That's based. Now he could play his mobility card. Reaper has nothing to defend his third. This is an easy
Yeah,
moment to take it over.
Yeah, that island base should be so easy to take out now. It's perhaps he doesn't even try to address it. Maybe it's cloaked and he just... No, it's not. He should... yeah, he just doesn't care. He's just going to sit here and get this one up.
But RB is ready for the thing.
Ooh, mass cloaking. Those things are so fast now.
Wow. It also triggers Scarlet Trade, so they get all the things. Barely dropping in pop. Oh, good taunt.
Yeah, that's like the best thing about this matchup is that taunt. You can just really eat up all the Arbiter's conduit for like 20 seconds or something if you have a level 3 Hunter Captain. That can really help save you a lot.
Did he just stasis himself, but the boys are still shooting? Huh?
What? They're like moving, yeah.
What was that?
Maybe the taunt glitched it somehow, I guess. Maybe the stasis didn't apply for some reason.
Oh my god.
It's forcing them to shoot through a stasis.
You know, the programmers during development were like making these scenarios up. What if you're frozen and you get stasis? Then
Yeah.
What if you are taunted, you get stasis? All that crazy amount of scenarios that is possible in this game.
Yeah, those are hard to
Need a lot of
probably
work.
to catch. You just have to have the players report them, hopefully, before development goes out.
Yeah,
It's
and
hard to catch
with,
all those scenarios.
with every leader just coming out in these 1 month intervals, a lot of the features going in last minute, that's why the game is so buggy, basically.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people enjoying it, so I couldn't be happier about that part.
Yeah, we're still here 7 years later.
45 base upgrade, level 3 for Savior. He's certainly going for the turtle. Choking Reaper out of this game. Are we gonna see a Scarab? Oh yes.
Did he buy one? Oh, he did.
We're going Kaboom.
Yeah, the Colony Scarabs are great, and Kaboom has definitely pioneered that, but with full Hunter and RB online, I think, you know, you'll have that Y ability for a second, but after that's gone, it's going to get melted pretty fast, I imagine.
Yeah, if anybody
maybe a taunt
watched the
could help.
Kaboom stream before, they would know what he thinks about Arbiter.
Yeah. That's right, I forgot. Arbiter is his sleep paralysis demon when he tries to do his turtle screams.
I used to
Yeah,
get a
luckily-
lot of sleep paralysis actually in the past.
Oh, yeah.
Fortunately, not
He's
anymore.
He's going to go engage his base now, it looks like, so he's finally realizing, hey, I could just go take this out. He's doing a little dance on the base. I don't know if you just saw that. Gave a little tap dance.
Well, you can't attack it, so what are you gonna do? We've got the expansion attack though. Reaper salvaging what he can.
I think it's just a distract too. He's like, it's a diversion while he attacks the base, just doing a little dance with the Arbiter. Yeah, that base got stripped so fast.
Okay, Reaper's gonna need a population upgrade after this. I hope that's what he's queuing. Here it comes. Superhero landing. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when that wasn't in there. That was super cool when they added that. I loved seeing that new animation.
Arbiter! No!
This has potential to work because it's only 23 minutes. It's not super late, but he's had such free reign. His late game economy is online. The Skip Reapers will help defend the Scarab a lot, but it may just be too late. I don't know. I mean, the Arbiter has everything it needs almost at this point, so it's a tough fight. It's a good taunt.
Oh, teleporting out the Capitano. There was just a little bit too much damage coming in during the conduit. Even he doesn't want to take it.
Does taunt just not work on Phantoms? The Hunters are just shooting the Reapers still, and not... It's like it's only taunting the Phantom unit and not the units inside.
Yeah, that is weird.
Because he got a good taunt there, but they were still all shooting the Reapers. They did not care. The Hunters were prioritizing them still.
This has been quite ideal. Of course, the Scarab is healing itself thanks to combat repair. But there's no NGs. There's no population for them, unfortunately. Reaper is getting more Reavers out, which might help here. Capitano's on 1 star. That's one of the other victory conditions. You gotta get these guys starred up.
No, from Savior's perspective, he hasn't bought any engineers to mix in, so I think his army is actually underperforming. He's not getting that 40% armor buff that he could have. Yeah, I just noticed that. There's no engineers. From neither player, actually.
Ah, the Capitano is losing health very rapidly.
He's going strong, though. The scare might fall.
Oh, God. He gets back in the shield.
Does he just have to poke a leg in? Or, like, does the center have to go through?
Just a leg.
Okay. Yeah, he's cloaked now, too. Maybe he doesn't have any rangers in any of these. He can't even see.
Oh, my God. The Hunter Captain is actually leeching health?
Yeah. If he has that battle harder power, too, he might get better in C2 here real quick.
Wow.
He got a lot of kills there.
He made it.
That's surprising. I'm surprised. The scare barely lived. The Hunter Captain barely lived.
You know, they're regenerating here. Savior's gonna have to remake his entire army. Good for him that he saved the Arbiter. That will be very useful in the next fight. His resources are just soaring. Bank account's looking good.
Looks like he finally mixed in engineers. I think that's gonna make a big difference. That's gonna
yeah.
give his Phantoms a lot more longevity. Maybe Reaper will buy some too. I think he needs them. He needs to somehow reduce that 45% damage buff that Condor 3 gives him, so that's a good way to nullify that.
What's the number again to keep them cycled forever? Is it like 5?
What are you referring to? Sorry?
To the about the engineer ability. Oh god, the Scarab's dead.
Oh, yeah, probably around 5 or 6 is my guess. And yeah, he gets the Scarab wiped and Reaper taps out.
Absolutely brutal. Losing the Scarab in that way, not the most fortunate thing, but I mean, what are you gonna do? You can't remake it in time before the shield gets destroyed, and engineers detect this time around, so that's tough. On to the next one. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got game 2. Reaper is gonna be shaking it up, and actually this is a leader I think is super cool for this map. We don't see it enough. Can he make it work? Kinsano.
Yep, and over here in the red corner, we got Diversity 1. He's loving the elite leaders. He's going Shipmasters, so should be a fun match. And yeah, I definitely look forward to seeing Kinsano here. I think unfortunately Forge is pretty common here, so you don't get to see Kinsano often. But when Forge is in here, Kinsano is really fun.
I think when she works, she's great, right? Like, to have the momentum with all that fire, deleting the infantry, all the drops, all the mobility, it's a really nice kit. It's just the vehicle leaders like Forge are really crapping all over her.
Yeah, she's got like 1 or 2 things always working against her, but when she can get away with things and she gets some momentum, she really is a lot like kind of like a discount cutter. She surprisingly gets strong. Like, she'll be broken at some points almost, it feels like, but her weaknesses keep her down so much. It's hard to know that sometimes. Like, that leader on Tech 1 is pretty bad, but on Tech 3 or Tech 2, that leader is like an Arbiter. It's like impossible to catch. It runs around and just bombs all your buildings, so it's very annoying to deal with.
Yeah, it would be cool if she was a little bit better in Tier 1, then she could maybe run around and harass a bit more.
The scouts are just too good, and she doesn't have like a viable Y ability for that Tech 1, so. And the Rabbit has been elusive, but you might catch him now. He chased it all over.
The Rabbit is faster, so getting away from this is no big deal at all until Raid 2 comes in. A banished raid.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say it's Raid 2 that gives the Ghost the speed though, yeah. So not even Raid 1 saves him there. And he opened 2 Ghosts, and the other Ghost is gonna catch him now. Did he get the scout off though, so he did get the information needed? He actually snakes away again, so he is wasting all of Savior's time with his Rabbit.
Beautiful. Yeah, you know, Savior could have just picked up a mini base, honestly, with all that money that he spent on a Ghost, and gotta be pretty annoying to deal with this.
He is going Ghost shielding now, so he's just going to spam the Ghosts. And I think that's a good option here. I think Honor Guard probably wouldn't be the play. I imagine the Kinsano is going to go Rabbits probably, but he's actually going Grenade through a Marine, I guess. So I guess he didn't opt for that.
Yeah, we've got Redline. And,
yeah, Redline's great. I think the lack of a hero, though, it's hard. I'm not sure. Grenade Throw struggles to kill the mass scouts, I think. I think that shield is really hard to cut through.
Especially when there's high ground, it's just so easy to get the dodges, and Vault has a lot of ramps where you can abuse the movement. The grenades do track somewhat, but as long as you swap your directions, they will be thrown off with their aim.
Yeah. I think the problem too is even when they connect, the ratio is just not good enough. It takes like too many grenades per ghost to kill them. So.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And he is able to take nodes with the ghost as well. So if Reaper doesn't fight him, he'll just zoom around and grab 3 nodes. The raid 2 is so fun on these things.
Picking off the reinforcements is of course a big play. You've got mobility lead, so you might as well go for that. That's a good grenade throw there though. There's the others. Oh, Savior's kind of struggling here.
Yeah, you got some good connections. Oh, that one misses barely.
That's
the heat
the
of battle is
height
nice
advantage
too.
I mentioned.
Yeah. Heat of battle and redline both help here a lot for sure. Better speed, better damage, and then that heat of battle comes in and gives you like 60% damage or something and 20% armor or something. One of those numbers. So really, really, really good when that procs on a unit.
The resource pickups have been largely in Savior's favor, but he didn't pick up the stuff on the cliff.
And we do have a double gen from Reaper now. No double gen from Savior, so he's looking to stick this out for a long time. And he's floating a lot of blue though, so he probably could pick one up soon. Looks like he just spent it. He had like 1,200. I think he's just gonna go full ghost and then maybe just scale into a spirit support. And Reaper's coming in here. Neither player has third point yet, but we may see a beam from Savior and then maybe turret drop from Reaper. Yeah, they engage here. Good grenade throws.
Whoa! Especially during the ramps, it's very, very effective, and the AoE can hit multiple ghosts.
Yeah, you have to be careful with those bunch ups. Yeah, he's doing good. I think the ghosts are really meta and hard to fight, so Reaper's doing good. He's showing the Katana Marines and can stand up a little bit. Yeah, look how fast they are. They're so fast.
Finally, there's some suicide grunts out. That's really the answer to this situation for the ghost player.
Yeah.
You've got your mobility, but why not make some suis? They're so good at clearing out Marines, right?
Yeah, the series will be annoying to mix in with the ghost here. He'll have to keep splitting, and that'll get exhausting quick. Yeah, here comes a Sui. Yeah, good connection. Hits a clump of 3.
Ah, sorry, I missed that when I was looking at the ghosts and coughing. Sorry, guys. Caught another one though, but the Marine is 1 star. Epic. We'll be taking over the power node. Generally speaking, Reaper seems to be having a power node advantage overall, which is great for him. That ghost just ate 5 grenades by dodging them.
He is picking up an Expo. Probably a good option here. He hit Tech 2. And if he can get CT Marine, he'll actually get that red line activated again. So maybe he'll be able to use it all over again. Silly CP bug.
That's a really good way as well to fight against the suicide grunts. The combat tech Marines are just much more durable, able to take the hit, but you still got the split. The Suis are just a menace.
Especially if you get some Nightingales above them. They'll help tank a lot.
Nice one. Combat tech is nearly finished. Nightingales are coming in, so as the prophecy has foretold.
Yeah, here we go.
Turret drop in the middle of it all. Targeting the Suis, actually, that's very lucky.
Yeah, Savior should definitely not fight this. With that new buff activated, this army is actually horrifying to fight against for the next minute, so he should probably just disengage from that for a minute. And Reaper should probably just steam full ahead, I think. I think he's looking good. He's probably about to get 4th point. Get hard drop maybe.
Seems to be going for the teleporter.
Do we know if Savior got glassing beam? He definitely has to be cautious of that.
I'd be surprised if he didn't.
Yeah, there's not much. Could get extract, I guess. Not a whole lot else to grab.
But why would you get extract for Ghost? They get their shields back anyhow.
Yeah.
I just don't see the synergy, but maybe he did. You never know.
Reaper may just go counter push. Savior's floating so much money. There's just Ghosts on the base, so he could probably more or less ignore that and just go play some offense.
Wow.
And Savior just put another gen down, so that might get killed. Yeah, he's 1700 with a third gen he just put down, so he had like 2500 a second ago.
Well, there's always the idea of the 4th gen, but
Yeah.
I don't know
Spear
about
Sport
that.
goes down on the Expo. I think he's going to lose this. But it might be a good trade. I think that's worth a trade for Reaper there. I think he's getting more value. There's a gen on this base. I think in the one base to one base scenario too, I think Insano would be better. That big drop comes in super hard if Shipmaster's only on one base.
I like the Warthog drop there. Definitely that
Yeah.
third extractor is toast. Saber's gonna have to save his main somehow, but we still haven't seen Beam from him. Granted, there's been really good pre-splits from Reaper, so it's easier to save yourself against that. But now the Ghosts are having to come home, and yeah, these Combat Tech Marines are just gonna rinse them, really. Gotta be careful. Wait, one of these extractors isn't upgraded. What happened?
Oh, I just saw that. Yeah, I guess he neglected. Yeah, that's a lot of lost income there. The shield's gonna barely get up. I think maybe we'll get some grenade throws off.
Ooh. Oh my god! Last second.
It'll probably drop. It'll probably drop faster still, though. I think, and he's not quite on 5th point. Here comes Blasting Beam. Here's the big moment.
Right in the middle of the group. Reaper is going
Oh,
back
he
into
could've
it. No!
Yeah.
Not like this.
Yeah, that's one of those sink or swim moments there. If you can finish his base kill. The shield's getting close to dropping. He might be able to still keep this push going. It's just Ghosts. All the Nightingales are dead, though.
Yeah. It'll be
There's
very
not a whole
difficult
lot
to
left.
do anything in the
Spear
base,
Sport's here,
though.
though. The Spear Sport's here. It'll definitely hold now. Turret drop goes down. He is committing.
Oh boy.
There's nothing left, though. Yeah, he definitely has to. I think he was hoping to maybe get that 5th point on that push, but there's not enough going on. He didn't quite get 5th point there. If he could have had 5th point for that, he probably could have closed. There's nothing really left for Savior here. Just one little Spirit support left.
Well, Rock, you know, if this had been a better time push, or at least a better split against the Beam,
Yeah,
then he'd
that
be
too.
still here and potentially kill a few buildings. That might be the difference maker.
Yeah, I think definitely just the Beam completely got all the value there, wiped out the forces.
And then, you know, losing the base and everything is just a little bit too much. Savior has had his lead in terms of power nodes. He's had the mini base lead. You really gotta sync up your timings, because if you don't, you are vulnerable to these punishes, and then you don't have anything to show for it.
Yeah, we'll see if Reaper can somehow get the funds. That drop is actually so good, and based on what units are out here, it could actually do okay here. The 3-star Flamers, the 2-star tank, and the Hornets, they all get red line 3 when they come down, so you can drop it on your own army even and get a buff on your whole army. If you can kind of tie all of that together, it could wipe this army, because this army isn't super scary yet. It is just kind of Ghost still and some Rangers, so if he could get the money and then, you know, maybe another hog drop, he could maybe come back here, but it's going to be a tough fight for sure. He's got some ground to take back.
If he didn't make all these Marines, we would have money for the drop, but if he didn't make the Marines, he would be further back in the leader power game, so it's just tough fighting against the Shipmaster and trying to make pressure plays happen, but then kind of failing.
Yeah, and I think Consano's big thing is mobility and hitting lots of places, and we just didn't really see a whole lot this game, so if you don't fully utilize all her mobility powers, I think you won't quite get the value you want. She's not as much of a headbutt leader.
So
there's so many Rangers here. The Marines are just not going to work anymore, I think. Just way too many. He gets displaced.
Oh boy.
Here's the big drop. I think there's not enough, though. Yeah, let's see. See, that Hunter just got wiped so fast. That drop is crazy strong.
All these
this drop may
explosions
actually
are
win this
playing
fight.
into it.
He may win this fight still. 3-star Flamers are going crazy.
If you can get dispersion nozzles for the drop, those 3-star Flamers are actually really sick. The Hell Charge is now gone.
But I don't think he has to run. He could probably fight that. This drop is really... Yeah, see that tank shot? It's so strong. I don't think he had to run. That's how strong this drop is. If he had some forces to couple with that, or if he had that earlier, he really had a win position, I think. He was not doing bad. He killed Savior's Expo. He denied the gen.
Yeah, now that the Hunters are dead, you can safely drop in the Warthogs, which can deal with pretty much all of this, especially with the rest of the drop around. So I'm liking what Reaper is doing now. Potential for comebacks are
Yeah.
here.
Look at that army just got shredded by the Flame Warthogs.
Oh, go to split.
Here we go.
And the
Good split
Warthogs
here.
are fast enough. Nice.
Yeah, he cancels the beam.
Oh my
Yeah, the
god,
Warthogs, I think
Saber's
that's-
gone.
Yeah, Flame Warthogs do more damage to the infantry than I think normal Warthogs do, so they were shredding, just crossing through all the different targets there. And this is that moment where I talked about where, you know, Cansano's kind of bad, but he'll be like surprisingly strong all of a sudden. Like you just drop that tank in and it's just like, wow, I can't fight this thing. And Saber's having trouble with it now. Even having, you know, 60, 70 pop there and 2 spirit supports, he's struggling to kill that drop now.
Now, as long as Reaper can heal up this base, if he spends his power on all those supply pad upgrades that he can get, he'll suddenly have money for drop after drop after drop after drop.
Yeah, that's where that snowball effect really comes in. He's got a lot of power. Yeah, he definitely should be spending it. And he's already Tech 3, so there's not a whole lot of other places to put it now.
Yeah, I guess he can
Find
get
some
the
sniper.
Warthog and the tank upgrades, but we're not in the rush
like
with
to
that,
see-
I think.
The Cansano here would be awesome to have seen here.
Yes. Because that deals with this infantry very nicely as well, especially the
Yeah.
hunters, but oh god, he just lost all his units.
Yeah. I think there's been a lot of opportunities there, actually. I think Savior hasn't had quite the cleanest game here. I think the Cansano really had a lot of play here, but just that one glassing beam definitely screwed him over a lot earlier.
Still feeling the pain of that for sure. The snipers are making some plays. There are no rangers here, so the hunters have to go home.
Reaper keeps somehow catching him off guard where there's no hunters left, he has vehicle, and now there's no rangers left, he has sniper. It's pretty funny.
That's right, the Warthog should be back soon. Can't be long now.
He has an anti-infantry turret, so I don't think Savior can push into us. He still
no.
just has a counter ball.
It's another hunter pickoff right there. Very nice.
Yeah, he keeps proccing heat of battle, running back, and being super annoying at that. Pretty funny kiting. Another spirit support, but it's not really going to get much done here. It might even get stripped by the snipers. Another
There's
hog
Warthogs.
drop goes down.
Okay,
Probably
that
a bit
might
too
be
much for them.
too many hunters still, and
Yeah.
especially with displacement, the snipers no longer have a range advantage, but as long as they get the kills, they have 1,000,000 armor.
I'm surprised Reaper's fighting this so much. I think he should maybe just go elsewhere. The turrets will hold. There's so many hunters here.
You're right, this is
Yeah,
a
he
Burke
might.
army, as it's
Yeah.
widely known, and the upgraded turrets can handle this, so dropping the Warthogs on like a mini base can easily clean it up. That should
Yeah,
be the play.
there's so many things to do on this map. You don't have to always just take the fight. And Savior's got like 4 gens now, 3 base.
He really
and
likes
4
grunts,
nubs.
I think.
Yeah, he really likes the upgraded grunts. I think they're just kind of a good filler and spam, so I think he just likes to mix them in. It's kind of good though, because then you don't end up overbuying counters too much, but yeah, he really likes the grunts. And Reaper's picking up at 3rd base now. Infantry level 2 coming in. Do we know if Savior got the infantry upgrades? His rangers look pretty big now. He might have 1 or 2 upgrades.
Definitely has one. Don't see him doing anything else right now, so I would say he's level 1.
Yeah, too bad we can't just click it, huh?
Yep, too bad. We've got active camo, by the way, on the snipers, and I'm sure soon enough stanchion rifles are coming in as well.
Stanchion. Yeah, we haven't seen it in a while. I think that's actually a pretty decent answer here, but I think Savior's so big now that he could probably just kind of tech over stanchion and go into air vehicles or something.
Or teleport
Maybe just-
in. That's also good. It's only half his army, by the way, so that's a surround, and then beam just punishes whatever unit
Yeah.
is running away. Stanchion countered.
There are enough units here now, too, with the engineer bubbles and upgrades. He might be able to overcome these turrets, maybe, if he pushed into it. But the big drop's probably back soon, so he has to be careful to overextend and get dropped on again. Reaper's just perpetually poor. I don't know where all his money's going always. A lot of Marines are just dying, I guess.
Yeah, these little armies just keep dying, right? And he's spending well when it comes to upgrades, but he also didn't upgrade all the pads. So that's still a work in progress. Okay, 1 more left, but gotta get it. or else.
Yeah, just surprised he hasn't accumulated a bank yet. I guess he just keeps losing units. Yeah, it looks like Savior saw the stanchion, and he's gonna start to transition for Banshee. He's gonna start to get that going.
Oh, right.
Looks like he's revealing it pretty early though.
18-minute reinforcements, man. That's late commit to that, but hey, if it works, it works.
Banshee. But he's just sending it out there, so like Reaper's gonna know right away he didn't really steal them or get upgrades. And he already has CT Marines, so those will probably do really well in the bat. Yeah, look at those health bars in those Marines. Those are huge now. 6 health bars now.
Especially getting healed by Nightingales. The higher the base health, the better the healing effects get.
Yeah, this armor is pretty good. If he can just kind of push and be careful and just not eat a beam, he's got an army that I think Savior's struggling to address. He has the money too, but I think he's not quite able to address it still. He keeps buying grunts, and the Banshees aren't really quite online yet. But I don't think the Banshees will even do good into this. There's a lot of Marines still, but maybe with a beam they could take a big fight.
Gotta remember as well that actually fighting these Banshees is not completely unviable. The Combat Tech Marines, plus even the Warthogs being able to shoot up the missiles, it's not that bad against air units. Oh, that's a teleport in the middle of the army.
Yeah. Reaper's mainly running, so a lot of its troops aren't really in the fight, and Active Siphon goes down. They'll probably clean this fight up now. That heal is really nice.
Banshees are just too high in number and will be able to take out everything that can shoot up.
There's just so many units here, dude. It's just like 80 pop. It's just a lot more, so... Reaper's army was never quite that big yet. He's just getting overwhelmed a lot in these fights. So many grunts just mixed in, eating up DPS. And he's getting air upgrade 1 now, but he does have the torpedo upgrade already, I think. I think I saw that there.
Triple Apex Banshee spam. That's how to close out the game for sure. It's a really good way to do so when the other guy is just not ready for the air business. Certainly we see barely any vultures. Just the first one is about to come out.
If you can get them a number, it's a good play versus the UNSC. They don't have Reavers. The Wolverines don't do too well, but Consana Wolverines are pretty decent. But yeah, they pretty much have to kind of go Vulture, and the Marines can help in the small scale. But yeah, if you can get these Banshees up and going, really get their upgrades, it's hard for the UNSC to deal with that. They don't have Reavers and Engineer Bubbles, so...
The anti-air turrets are pretty capable though.
Yeah,
for the
those
UNSC.
are pretty good though, yeah. Those are definitely good. But if Savior can get like 120 mass, eventually turrets shouldn't matter too much anymore, but still pretty small, only a handful of Banshees. He probably starts to get rid of this infantry army, I think, if he wants to fully commit to this.
Wait, why are we making Scorpions? I mean, I know that's the tournament's theme for the Pro League, but it's not topical for the Rising Star.
Maybe he's a misclick. Maybe that was supposed to be a Vulture. No, actually, I don't know. Yeah, he's buying Wolverines.
Well, we've got one now.
Maybe he just wants one. There's a campaign army. You got Vulture, Wolverine,
campaign army.
Marine. Yeah.
There was actually some tournament game that I've cast that did have the campaign army. It was pretty funny. Don't remember which league it was anymore, but can be interesting.
I really like the Consana Wolverines. They do really good. The red line, because even when if he has red line too, even when the buff goes off, it still is faster.
Oh, they're trapped, cornered.
Yeah.
They're really good, but it's just 2 of them. The Banshees can't take that.
He's still so small scale in these fights that he's just getting overwhelmed over and over.
And Saber's very confident about these forward teleports. As long as he pops Engineer Shields, the nukes shouldn't be a problem, but he does not!
That splash damage! That was crazy.
He's got splash damage too,
goes down. Yeah. Reaper's gonna lose that fight, but that Vulture nuke was crazy. That was like 6 kills at once there. And the Wolverines are good, but that Spirit support, Vet 2 Hunter, is really having great value long term there, especially in that garrison, helping keep the Wolverine count down.
Marines just come out, don't even get to shoot, they're dead already. Another mini base down. Savior has ultimate map control and is just choking Reaper out of this game. Man, if Reaper had just stayed at home under some turrets, making a full army, this would be looking very differently, I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think he was trying to deny that 4th base over there, but unfortunately, Shipmaster will bring you to him. This place is always there, so you have to kind of always be aware of that. It's a little hard to counter sometimes. He does have no anti-air turret, just the Wolverine Marine. I think he has to be careful with his micro here too. I think the Marines in those fights are facing backwards most of the time, and they're just not even getting shots off sometimes. So a lot of negative DPS can happen if you're not careful with your fidgeting of your units. You have to pay attention to that sometimes. It's easy to do too. I used to do that a lot.
Yeah, I got a micro a bit, definitely. Halo Wars does reward you a lot for trying. Might
Sometimes
reward
just
him
not
for the
touching units
Kinsanos
is good too,
Cyclops.
Active Siphon, that'll help him. There's no Watchtower. Completely cloaked.
Oh boy. Yeah, 4
There were
turrets.
no anti-air turrets. Yeah, there were no anti-air turrets anyways, but it's gonna help him clean them up. And the Wolverines are gonna take it out so fast.
Oh man. The usual problem as before, the army wasn't together and piecemeal. Savior was just eating them.
Here comes the Consano hero. Doesn't quite have his upgrades though. Hog drop, but that's gonna get killed by these Banshees. Interesting teleport. Guessing that's a disrespect teleport.
It's kind of like healing your base, but he doesn't have one of those.
Yeah, maybe glassing beam the base when it comes back.
Right.
He's gonna walk away, but he definitely doesn't have to. I think he could easily win that fight. There are 4 Marines left. There's 6 there, 2 in the back still. He maybe just wants to use the garrison. I think he's definitely got this game in the bag though. There's almost nothing left here from Reaper. 21 pop to 109.
Wow. Banshees must be fully upgraded by now. They definitely have Plasma Torpedo. Their health bar looks huge. I think that's level 3 Banshees, Rock.
Turret drop to help. Gitsano here doesn't get to use her ability. Oh, big Inferno.
Oh,
that wipe. That was good. Nothing to follow up, unfortunately, but it red barred a lot of the Banshees. That was good. He does extract home.
Playing it Omega safe. He can just come back very easily with the middle teleporters.
He could probably still push even with the army remaining there, but yeah, Reaper taps out.
Yeah, not entirely unsurprising, but Reaper was a number 2 player in the previous tournament. So Savior is definitely spooky in this league, but he's just come back. We can definitely smell the rust, I think, on him. Next season, he's probably going to be in the Pro League, though. We want to thank our MetaPlace website subscribers. Your contribution helps us keep the project sustainable. As we reach higher subscription goals, you are helping us cover more and more behind-the-scenes costs, such as video editing. Check out our subscription page using the link in the description, and remember to collect your perks. We will see you the next time.